Hi guys, what's up? It's me, Kitty on a Leash here, and today I will be taking a look at the manga Happiness for a first impressions review. Happiness is by Shūzō Oshimi, who is the creator of The Flowers of Evil, which is probably one of my favorite anime manga series. Not like number one or anything, but it's definitely up in my top 20 if I have a top 20 list. It's just, I love his style. It's so creepy yet eerie, yet that uncomfortable exploration of just the self. You know, he kind of digs into like the deep darkness of people, and he kind of just makes it somewhat understandable, somewhat relatable, etc., etc. If you have read The Flowers of Evil or watched the anime or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. He's got the good going on. So anyway, I had to pick up Happiness because, one, it's by the same creator. Two, look at this beautiful art. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And it sounded interesting. I love vampires. I like vampire stories. I love it all. Interview from a Vampire, Queen of the Damned, Twilight. I don't care. I like it all. I love Twilight. But I just love vampires in general. I love the supernatural. I love creepy things. So I definitely had to go ahead and pick up Happiness. Now, let's go ahead and get into the story. So we follow our main character who is in his first year of high school, and his name is Okazaki. He is a normal, meek type of character who we see getting pretty bullied in the beginning to run errands and buy stuff for these mean, I guess, popular kids in school. They send him out as the lapdog. Go buy this. Go get us this. Thank you. Go fetch this for us, boy. Thank you. And he's so meek and he's so shy and he's so bullied that he just submits to everything. He goes out, buys them whatever they want, you know, treats them with the utmost respect because he's just scared and can't stand up for himself. Kind of by now, he has one friend. He's just a normal boy, like checking out the girls and stuff, and his life couldn't get more normal than that. He is not too awkward, but he's just a regular, kind of somewhat boring type of character who is young and he's exploring his, I guess, lust for other girls, as I guess a lot of younger boys tend to do when they're at that age of like freshman year of high school. It's like 14 or so. Anyway, I don't know. I would assume maybe he's like about 14 or so. Then one night he decides to take just a bike ride out at night. It's dark, and of course there's a mysterious killer going around that's leaving dead bodies all over Tokyo, and so his parents are naturally just like, well, be careful. If you're going out, be careful, son. He does it anyway. He ends up encountering this beautiful girl, knocks him out from his bike onto the ground, and is trying to give him a choice. Do you want to be like me? And she's beautiful. Her face, her like mouth is all messed up. She's got blood and all this other stuff just dripping. And he's like, he's scared. Oh. Then all of a sudden, who knows what happens. And mind you, this is like the first couple of pages from the manga. Anyway, cut to like the day after that. He wakes up. Everything's normal. He goes to school. Everything's normal. But he has this insatiable craving for something. He can't just put his finger on it just yet, but he's attracted. He's attracted to the girls a lot much more than he usually is. Is it sexual frustration? I don't know. But this boy is just like, he is craving something. Then he stands up to those bullies, punches dude in the face, shuts him up. You know, he's had enough of it. And mind you, this is the same meek, quiet little boy character I was telling you about before. Something changed in him. He is superly attracted to people. He's got like wits, super strength right now all of a sudden. Like, what's happening? Anyway, without spoiling too much of what's going on, he develops a craving for blood. It's obvious what's going on here. He is probably a vampire. Um, and that's okay. That's what we want, right? We want a vampire story. Anyway, I have to say that the story overall, it was a little bland and it wasn't too interesting. Nothing really interesting happened here besides the fact that he's a vampire. Now, well, it's not 100% sure that he's a vampire, but he has a craving for blood. He's a little more sensitive to daylight. Something's changing in him. And I'll just say that the story was pretty bland. Not a whole lot happened. The pacing was a little slow, even though it really worked very well in Flowers of the Evil. I literally just feel like this can be Flowers of the Evil. Flowers of the Evil. Flowers of Evil. But with vampires. That's all it is to it. There's nothing too new that's brought into the whole vampire swing of things. None of the characters are particularly interesting. I don't know. I didn't really care for this. To be completely honest, I did not really like this. And I'm very disappointed because I thought this was going to be fantastic. I loved the art. I love the creator. But I wasn't really impressed with this at all, really. I will say, though, it's still maybe worth checking out. But it is what it is. It's not that interesting. This is just the first volume, though. Maybe the next volumes are better and better. But it was just a little boring. I read it pretty quickly. And I just don't think it was that great. There wasn't anything that made me say, oh, I definitely got to read the next volume. So sadly, I can't really give it that great of a rating because of all of that. It felt like Flowers of Evil. I did like that about it. I like the fact that he's trying to tackle something supernatural. I just don't think it was that. I don't think it was executed that awesomely. So, I don't know. Maybe I just need to read the next volume. I don't know. I'll try, but this wasn't super impressive. And it was a little disappointing to me. So yeah, all in all, I would have to rate Happiness Volume 1 a 5 out of 10, which is just an okay, or is that like more of a good rating? I don't know, it's just in the middle. It wasn't bad, it wasn't good per se, it wasn't terrible, it definitely wasn't terrible, but I just don't really have interest in this. I might check out the next volume just to see if it gets better. I'm hoping it gets better because it's from an amazing creator. I love his other works, but this was just not that interesting. So yeah, have you read Happiness? What did you think of it? Alright, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!